This single mom is so stupid. Her newborn baby is clearly healthy. But she believes her father when he tells her that the baby is dead. Afterwards, the man brings that baby to an orphanage. After growing up, the child unexpectedly becomes a musical genius. He can master in playing guitar fast, and he is selected to a famous musical academy. After a few months, he becomes a conductor. He is performing a big symphony composed by himself. No one knows that there is a soul yearning for love behind that fame. When living in the orphanage, he believes that music will lead him to his parents. This is Evan, an innate talent. He always immerses himself in natural music. All the sounds on the earth are music. But his talent is sometimes annoying. The children in the orphanage think he is a freak and usually bully him. "Freak, your lost parents, can they hear you?" Yes. But these children are also miserable. They are used to despair, so they never have any hope. Until Evan is about to be adopted. Employee Richard asks him how long he has been here. 11 years 16 days, that makes Richard surprised. "Every day I count." Richard asks him whether he wants to be adopted. But he says no, he wants to stay. Evan bursts into tears, he hopes his parents will come one day. Richard is so sympathetic, and he gives Evan his business card. Evan laughs and wipes the tears away, he is such a strong boy. One day, he decides to follow the music to find his parents. Evan quietly leaves the orphanage. This is the first time he has been in a big city. He feels music everywhere. The sound of a dog barking, or a wheel moving nearby. It doesn't affect his tempo either. Evan gets excited, he immerses himself in this place. As soon as Richard's business is blown away, he comes back to life. Unfortunately, the card has fell into the sewer. From there, he has nowhere to go. He makes friend with a street performer Arthur. Because Arthur's guitar attracts Evan, he follows Arthur to his location. There is a boss named Maxwell, he asks Evan where he is from. He says he has followed the music, the people laugh out loud. Because his hands indicate that he has never played instruments. Maxwell teaches the kids to play music, and he will take a proportion of their earnings. He is angry because Arthur earns little money, but then he gives some back to the boy. Evan can stay, he's sneakily playing the guitar while everyone is asleep. The more he plays, the more excited he becomes. Maxwell discovers that Evan is a genius, he gives Evan all his asset. But actually, he is using Evan to make money. In another scene, before the death of Evan's grandfather, he tells Evan's mother that Evan is still alive. Oh my god. It turns out that his mother Lyla is a cellist, and his father is the lead vocalist in a band. They met a long time ago, and had a night together. They fell in love at the first sight. They were meant to be together, but Lyla's father deterred. Louis helplessly saw his lover leaving with her father. He did not expect Lyla to be pregnant. Before giving birth, she had an accident, so she believed her father about the death of the baby. Lyla did not know that the baby was taken to the orphanage. And he has become a genius in music. Their son also keeps searching for them. Now, Lyla is no longer a cellist. She has become a musical prodigy after many years. Although she has got invitation from her friend, she rejected. She just came back because of her father. When he tells Lyla the truth, she asks about his location, but the old man does not have the answer. Lyla starts calling everywhere to investigate. "I want to look for my son. What is his name?" How can she find him if she does not know his name? It is more difficult because Maxwell gives Evan the name August, he does not want Evan to be discovered. He also tells Evan, "Stop thinking about your parents, they have forgotten you for long." Later, during a police inspection, Evan and Maxwell are separated. He follows the music to a church. There is a pretty nice little black girl. Evan can sleep under her bed for a night. Meanwhile, Lyla has contacted Richard and he has helped her find her son's name. However, she does not know her son now is August. Louis has not given up his hope, he decides to return to the band. Magically, the three people are now in this city. Evan is amazed by the piano, he is very curious. That girl teaches him, and then he, the abandoned musical genius, starts composing. The sound of basketball, the sound of the player leading the ball, and the sound of shoes on the ground become his inspirations. Even the sound of water flowing. As soon as Hope comes home, she is amazed. The whole house is full of the music drafts. The church pays for him to study. Evan is learning and composing, he creates his first song after a few days. No sooner does the professor look at his art, than he decides to include him in a big concert. Evan's performance will be the final one, and he will perform his song. Now Evan is stepping to the top of fame, but his only concern is, how many people will hear his song? The more people hear his song, the greater his hope of finding his parents becomes. He will never know that his mother is having the same thought. Lyla has agreed to join this performance too. During the rehearsal, Maxwell comes up. He calls himself Evan's father. Evan does not want to go with him, but Maxwell says his real name out. In order to find his parents, Evan leaves the show. He has to go back on the street and earn money for Maxwell. It is not what he wants. One day, there is a good-looking man giving Evan compliments. This man is actually his father, Louis. But they do not recognize each other. Louis does not even know that he is having a son. They play the guitars together. Evan says that he could have joined a concert. But now he cannot do it. Louis is smiling. He tells Evan that music is something that we should never give up. That is also his 10-year experience. On that day, Lyla is the first performer at the concert. Right now, Evan determines to come to the show. With Arthur's help, Evan successfully escapes. Unfortunately, as soon as he comes, his mother has left. But he luckily arrives in time for the final performance. In this scene, Lyla is attracted by the music. She turns around. The music also leads his father to this place. Louis looks at the banner and realizes the name of his lover, who he has been looking for 10 years. Louis hastily follows the call of love. He runs to the performance venue. Eventually, they are all here. In the crowd, Louis holds Lyla's hand, and she is holding his hand too. Under her parents' eyes full of expectation, Evan slowly turns around. It is all due to his perseverance. Music leads his parents to find him, and it also leads him to find them. After all, the love he has been searching for is now found.